What's going on, guys? It's Steven again and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've had a small break. It had multiple reasons. Life stuff came up, holidays came up. There wasn't much time to record altogether, but the good thing is we are back today. I've decided to take a break from the really competitive OU scene and going for that 1500 rank. I was really close on a few occasions, but I just couldn't break into the 1500s. I've decided to take a step back from the OU scene and I've built a new team. I've been playing around with a lot of different teams. I've been playing around with older teams that I still had in the team builder, which I was just using. I was just playing a few casual games, and I've got a team opened up here, which is my RU team with my fan favorite Nidoqueen. It's exactly the same spread, the same set, and we're gonna try and make it work in the RU tier. We've got the Araquanid with the lefties, Liquidation, Leech Life, Sticky Web, Lunge with full adamant, full physical attack, adamant nature. We've got some extra bulk in physical defense and HP to lift hits, and he's also really naturally specially defensive anyway. And then we've got a little bit of speed to at least make people guess what speed I am, so I'm not really uninvested in speed. Then we've got a physically defensive Florges, fully physically defensive, bold nature, full HP, and then he is also again very specially defensive naturally. He's rocking out with also the lefties, Aromatherapy for the team, for team support, Defog also for team support, and then Calm Mind, Moonblast, so mono fairy. Then we've got the weakness policy Necrozma with Stealth Rock, Rock Polish, Psyshock and Dark Pulse, max HP, and then a split between physical and special defense and a little bit of speed as well. Then we've got our Raikou also rocking the lefty, so 3 Pokemon with leftovers with Substitute, Volt Switch, T-Bolt, HP Ice, and then just Timid Nature, Max Speed, Max Special Attack. And then our Mega Banette, which I've tried using in the past, but it's back again. It's got Taunt, Shadow Claw, Knockoff, and Psych Up, which is a pretty cool tech move. Of course, Mega Banette does get Prankster, so that always goes first. So if somebody decides to set up all over me, I can just bring Banette in and Psych Up with Prankster, which has priority only against other types in Dark. We have to take that into consideration when clicking that, because Psych Up is a Prankster move and it does not work with Dark types. I'm not sure if it works on a move that inflicts your own status. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's probably not going to work on a Dark type, because essentially you are using it, and even if it is a status condition or a status move, you're actually using that on your opponent, so you're actually using that on the Dark type, so I don't think it will trigger. He's got maxed HP, he's got adamant nature with 84 in attack, he's got a little bit of special defense and a little bit extra physical defense, and then he's got 100 speed. That is the team for the RU team, and we are gonna try and jump in some battles with this team and see what we can do. So let's get into the battles. Okay guys, we found ourselves our first opponent of the day. He's got a Rhyperior, Araquanid, Fortress, Arcanine, Noivern, and Gardevoir. Likely leads are probably the Fortress, could also be the Rhyperior, could also be Araquanid. What matches up against all of those? Nidoqueen matches up pretty decent against Fortress and Rhyperior, but doesn't really match up great against Araquanid. Could lead Raikou to Volt Switch, but again, if Rhyperior leads, that's not really the greatest of leads. I think I'm gonna lead Banette and just Taunt. He leads Arcanine. Okay, so he sees Choice Bandit as well. Okay. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and just click Knock Off. He switches out into the fortress, which is nice because I get to get rid of this thing's custom berry. Not sure what that is. I'm just gonna click taunt, not allow it to use toxic on me. I'm going to go Nidoqueen. I think he's probably gonna switch out as well. He goes Arcanine. We know he's Choice Banded. I think I'm just gonna click Earth Power. I think I can probably live. He goes Fortress, which we Earth Power, and he is gone. Noivern could be carrying Defog, but I don't really expect it to. I think Fortress was probably his Rapid Spinner. So it goes out into Gardevoir, traces my Sheer Force. Don't really think that's gonna benefit it in any way. I think I'm just gonna go Floor just to sponge the hits. He goes Shadow Ball. Floor just eats those, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna Calm Mind. He goes Rhyperior. Does this thing get Heavy Slam? Could be, but it's non-stab. I think I'm just gonna Moonblast. He Rock Polishes. Okay. That's definitely a 2-shot, so don't think he can do much to me. He's gonna go EQ, which I'm gonna eat, of course, and we're gonna kill the Rhyperior. So this battle is actually going pretty well. It's gonna go into the Arcanine. I'm just gonna go into Araquanid. That checks this thing pretty nice. Wow, that actually does damage against Araquanid. What's a switch into Araquanid, to be honest? His own Araquanid, potentially? I'm gonna set Sticky Webs here. And just get some lefties back again. I'm gonna go Raikou. He could also set Webs. Yep, which is exactly what he does. I do have Defog, but unfortunately that gets rid of his Webs. I'm just gonna click T-Bolt, to be honest. See what damage we're looking at. He liquidates, which actually does a ton of damage as well. Does Raikou outspeed? No, he doesn't outspeed Noivern, so that's something to make note of. You can just bring that in for free, and it is of course not affected by the webs. But we're looking pretty decent right now. I'm gonna take a sip of water because it is hot in here. We're dealing with a heat wave right now, which is not really that amazing. I think I'm gonna go Araquanid again. See what he wants to do. Dragon Pulses, okay. And I'm gonna click Leech Life. He could go Arcanine, he goes Hurricane and he connects it, which is nice for him. So D-Pulse and Hurricane. I think I'm just gonna go Floor, just to be honest. And click Moonblast. He could switch out into the Arcanine again. He doesn't. He stays in. He Z-Fly? Okay. That only does 60%. Wow. He Dark Pulses, which is gonna activate my weakness policy. Unfortunately, I went for Stealth Rocks and not for a offensive move. I could have killed him. Didn't know this thing got Deep Pulse, to be honest. But it is what it is. He doesn't have the Z anymore, so we can just go out into Floor just right now. And just click Moonblast. He goes Hurricane, that's not going to be enough. And we're going to probably, wow, this thing actually lives. But we get a special attack drop, which is actually going to save us, I think. Hurricane was doing 31.7, yeah, he's not going to be able to kill me. Nope. And we killed the Noivern. Arcanine is gonna take 25% on entry because of Stealth Rocks now. He goes Gardevoir in fact, and he traces my Flower Veil, which is actually a useless ability. I think I'm just gonna Moonblast and sack it. This thing could be Scarfed. Could definitely be Scarfed, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna click Shadow Claw. I think it is Scarfed, yeah. And we take it out. Goes Arcanine, he has to lock himself into a move. He's gonna outspeed us, of course. And there's not really much I can do. I think Nidoqueen just wins, to be honest. He Flare Blitzes, which is actually gonna do some more recoil. He is banded, so we know Raikou outspeeds even under sticky webs, so we can just wrap this up with T-Bolt and be done with it. So that was the first battle with the team. We're back in action, and I'll see you guys in the next battle. As you can see, our rating is pretty poor, but we're not into this tier for the rating. We'll just see where this team takes us, and let's just jump into another battle. Welcome to game 2. We've got a new opponent. He's also got an Araquanid. I mean, I think Araquanid is going to be pretty much on every team in this tier. It's a really good Pokemon. He's got Donphan, which I personally like a lot as well. He's got Banette as well. He's got Silvally, we do not know which type. He's got Ursaring and Barbaracle. Probably leaves Donphan or Araquanid again. I think I'm just gonna lead Araquanid as well. He leads Araquanid, so we both lead Araquanid. I'm gonna click Lunge, get that attack down. He's gonna sub, which is actually fine by me. I break the sub. Okay, so that doesn't trigger. Okay, so we're actually speed tying, which is strange because I've got 36 speed investment as well. He goes Donphan, which is fine. Which I just get to liquidate, probably knock that thing out. Yep. I'm just gonna go out into Florges and Defog, to be honest. It is actually normal type. He Toxics me, which is also fine. I think I'm just gonna click Liquidation again, to be honest. He probably Parting Shots out. Oh, he actually doesn't Parting Shot out. We actually just straight up destroy this thing. I'm gonna go Florges now. He Rock Slides, which is perfectly fine. We can just freely Moonblast right now. Maybe I should have defogged. He goes Ursaring. He can probably kill me at this point, I feel like. So I think I'm just... Does this thing get Scrappy? It does not. It does get Knockoff. I think I'm gonna go Araquanid again. I do take quite a big chunk of rocks damage and poison. He is Guts. So he went for EQ. I'm not sure if that would have killed me, to be honest. I'm gonna Leech Life. He's gonna Facade, and that's gonna kill me, unfortunately. So how do we deal with this thing? He's got EQ, so we can't really go into Nidoqueen. He's got Facade. I think I'm gonna go Raikou, but he gets destroyed by EQ as well. I think I'm gonna go Necrozma. See what he wants to do. Probably not gonna switch out, to be honest. No. Facade actually almost destroys me. So definitely not a great situation to be in. I need to get rid of these freaking hazards, and I probably screwed up on the Barbaracle. Should have probably just clicked Defog there. I think this thing just wins right now. This thing does get knockoff, I think. Let's see. No, he goes for EQ, so we might just be able to pull it back here. He goes into his own Banette, which is fine. I think I just go Shadow Claw, see what he Sucker Punches. Okay. Do we go out into Florges and try to default on this thing? I think that's probably my win con. But we're at 7%, we're not going to be able to do much. Yeah. So we're going to have to deal with these webs, unfortunately. He's going to Shadow Claw, and that's going to take a chunk of damage on me, unfortunately. And I'm going to click Sludge Wave. And he crits me, of course. So that's probably going to seal the deal right now. I think I'm just going to T-Bolt and take this thing out. Wow. This thing actually just lives. So I kind of screwed up there. So that was pretty poorly played by me. I mean, that was definitely a game I was in full control of until I decided not to click defog. I was kind of thinking that I would have more than enough time to click defog afterwards, but yeah. I mean, we're still trying to figure out what the team does and where it shines the best. And that was definitely not the way to play the team. So we see Lycanroc, which is very scary. We see Mega Ampharos, Bronzong, very difficult to break down. We see Milotic, very difficult to break down. We see Serena and we see Salazzle. So he had a lot of speed in that first one and then that last one, and then he's got a lot of bulk in the 4 in between. So Salazzle does outspeed Raikou, I think. Yep, by 1 base point, I think. And Lycanroc does not, but he gets priority with a Cellrock, so I think I'm going to lead Banette, see what he wants to lead. He leads Ampharos. So I think I'm just going to click Shadow Claw here. He breaks the mold. That doesn't even two-shot him, to be honest. Wow. Why don't I have Volt Absorb on Raikou, guys? Why don't I have Volt Absorb? I'm gonna go Nidoqueen. Goes Dragon Pulse, and that's actually over a two-shot, so we are already in a pickle here. We have to go Florges. He predicts that it goes Bronzong, probably sets for rocks if I had to guess. I'm gonna go Araquanid. He sets Stealth Box. And I'm gonna click Sticky Webs. He's gonna Toxic me, which is absolutely stupid. I'm gonna click Leech Life. We're only looking at 28% there, dude. Wow. That's not really that much. I think I'm gonna click Leech Life again. He protects, so he wants to play the Protect Toxic game here. I think I'm just gonna click Leech Life again here. Of course, Toxic is wearing up. He actually predicted me to switch. I'm gonna go Nidoqueen this time. Goes Milotic, unfortunately. He's got a poison type, so I don't think it's really worth. I'm gonna go Raikou, I think. Hard Raikou. We really have to have a look at that actually breaks the sub. Not great. We do have to... He goes for Scald, so he breaks the sub. Unfortunately. Gets the burn. Unbelievable. He goes Bronzong. I Volt Switch. Into the net, I think. Yeah. We do take rock damage, unfortunately. He could go Protect. Does he go Protect? He does. So I could have taunted. Could have got a free taunt off on this thing. And that just straight up knocks him out. Which is great. We do have the Sticky Webs up, but he has a Rock Salt. So that is where Rapid Spin is so much more superior over Defog. Because I would just be spinning my rocks away and leaving his Sticky Webs up. He's got a Rapid Spinner in Serena. I'm surprised he hasn't gone into it. Of course he can't Rapid Spin. I think I'm just gonna click Shadow Claw and deal with this thing. Wow, he actually lives that. Actually lives that, yeah. Surprised he lived that. I think I'm gonna go Florges. Do I just start setting up? I'm gonna click Defog. He does have Toxic. Goes Serena. And I get up a Calm Mind, which is nice. I'm gonna click Aromatherapy. Wow! What was that? What was that? Jesus. Did he choice Bandit? Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Don't think this thing is running max speed. I would be surprised. He's not. So I can just freely earth power. He probably goes Serena again? He doesn't, he goes Lycanroc. Could have EQ on this thing, to be honest. I'm gonna scout for it. Drill Run. Okay, that works. Lycanroc doesn't get EQ, no. He does have a Cell Rock probably. Yep. So I think we're not going to be able to win this game either. Maybe with Sticky Web's back up. Yeah, he's going to kill me with Continental Crush. Or this move. Yep, that's gonna seal the deal, unfortunately. Yep. So too bad, guys. We lose 2 games and we win 1 game. 1 game was definitely winnable. Unfortunately, we didn't win it, but we are not here to win every game. I am, before I forget, gonna have a look at why my Raikou doesn't get a Volt Absorb. Doesn't Raikou get Volt Absorb? Really? I really thought Raikou got Volt Absorb. Not sure how I got to that, but apparently he doesn't get Volt Absorb. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I got by that then. But it's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not going to be able to get Volt Absorb on Raikou because he doesn't get it. So that is that. We are going to wrap this Pokemon Showdown video up. Leave a like and a comment on this video if you want to see more, if you want to see certain Pokemon featured on this series, on this Pokemon Showdown series. And we might be able to put your thoughts into this series. So thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in another video. Bye.